Hello Resistencia Underground, this is Joachim of Leech.
And my name is Anders.
Not with us today is Marcus, the singer and guitar player of Leech.
So let's start off with questions.
Yeah.
The date and the year of founding of the band.
We started out in 2003 in our local youth center, place for kids in Sweden. None of us could play any instruments, so we just started to learn the instruments together, and organically, since we're childhood friends, a band grew. Musically, we've changed over the years to become more refined.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. The formation, name and function of each member in the band.
I'm Joachim, I play the drums.
My name is Anders, I play the bass.
And Marcus is not here, but he's the guitar player and singer. We also had a few other band members, one that was with us many years. He got kids, but kids take a lot of time, and he did not find that he had enough time for the band.
Yeah, but a big shout out to Victor.
Yeah. We had some other members as well that came and went. So just now we're a power trio. We are from Sweden, a small city called Borås. It's on a bit inland from Gothenburg, about an hour or so. It's a population of roughly 110,000 people.
Pretty sleepy town.
Yeah.
Not a lot of music venues.
Yeah, it's a bit like Seattle. It rains a lot. It's dreary.
Yeah.
There's not much to do. That's about it. So we turned to music when we were kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
My influences are Swedish thrash acts, The Haunted, big fan, Entombed, also a Swedish band. We have Dismember, Swedish death metal band. I enjoy Lamb of God a lot. I enjoy the American thrash metal bands like Exodus, Anthrax, and so forth.
Yeah, for me, I listen to a lot of stuff, not only metal, but for my biggest metal influences is Sepultura and Korn. I enjoy, at the moment, I listen a lot to Napalm Death. And then I also listen to a lot of electronic music and alternative rock, I would say.
Yeah.
Also a lot of old school hardcore punk,
Yeah.
like Gorilla Biscuits and Dag Nasty and Fugazi and such things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a song by the band Sacred Reich. It's the encore of the album. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the song was called, but it was the context of the song was that if you enjoy a song that you hear, it's not bad to enjoy it, even if it's not metal. And that changed. I was quite young when I heard that. I was a die-hard metal fan. A metalhead. I excluded everything else, but when I heard that song, I started considering a lot of other music as well.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sacred Reich, for expanding my.
Yeah, and we have to answer for Marcus as well.
Yeah.
Since he's in a lot to like classic thrash.
Yeah.
And American thrash, but he's also pretty much all over the place. I think he listened a lot
To a lot of different styles of music,
electronic and such things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think we all in the band started to develop our musical senses as we grew older as well. Like you evolve as a person, and you have to. It's quite natural to start listening to different kinds of music as well. You want to explore and see what's out there, and that's a lot. There are a lot of good artists and bands out there. You should not exclude people. based on what kind of music they play or listen to.
Yeah.
Um,
Band work. So I guess this is about what we have released before.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. To this date, we have released 2 full-length albums and 1 EP.
Yep.
And this Friday we released a single.
16th of April 2021. Yep.
DOD, it's called. It features Björn Strid of Soilwork on guest vocals, so that's pretty cool.
That's a big name for us.
Yeah. And that song has really exploded on the different streaming platforms. So yeah, we are super happy and super humble
And grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful. Yeah. A lot of people. A number. We kind of went speechless when we saw the number of streams that the song had. It's nothing like we've ever seen before in our history. No.
Yeah.
That's
so
a big one.
Really satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also have a new album, full-length album, coming up in May, in the end of May. It's called The Lovely Light of Life. We recorded it in August in 2020.
Yeah.
In a studio called Studio Mega outside of Varberg on the west coast of Sweden. Christian Silver produced it, and he's a pretty big name in the metal scene in Sweden. He has worked with a lot of big names such as Dragon Force and Arch Enemy and Creator.
Soilwork.
Yeah.
He's been a producer for a long time. Those are just some big names, but he's produced a lot of good records. And he has a huge library of what he can achieve. His knowledge is, I'd say, endless in the terms
really experienced guy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he has worked with Soilwork though.
Okay.
We have to double check that.
Yeah. Fact check. But he's really he made the album that much more. He got the most out of each individual during the recording phase. It took about, say, in total a month, maybe a month and a half with details or solos and stuff. But let's say a month and a half for recording the album. Yeah. For me, it's from which perspective you look at it. In terms of big bands, we have a lack of support. We have far fewer followers than big bands have, and even big small bands. We feel that we have support, I'd say.
Yeah, but we're definitely an underground band.
Yeah.
And I think it is growing slowly but very organically.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Organic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a slow process. Yeah. But we look forward to see what the single release, our new music video release, and the upcoming album release do for us, since it's the first time it's released under a label.
Yeah, Brutal Records in USA.
Yeah.
Yeah. During these times, there's not many concerts. Everything has been cancelled.
Yeah.
We were booked for a small festival run last year in 2020, but that did not.
Everything was cancelled.
Yeah, everything was cancelled, obviously. Our next scheduled concert is as opening act for The Haunted in our hometown, Borås. So that's a pretty big deal for us.
In October 2021.
Yeah. So we really hope that will happen, and that the pandemic will go away long before that.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
And we have the website.
Yeah, leachswe.com, leachswe.com, and you can find links to all of our social media over there. We have some videos up, and it will be possible to buy merch for our websites shortly. So
Yeah. That's awesome. That's the main portal to us, but we also have the handle of Leech Sui at Facebook and Instagram. You can follow us directly through those avenues. And we have the final point on the agenda, or the final question.
Clip of choice of the band for the final, and I think it's time for some shameless self-promotion. So please check out our new single and video for DOD.
And stay safe and take care of each other, okay? Thank you from Leech. Bye.
Thank you, bye.